Oh! Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Fred, where I'm playing Hollow Knight. Well, I'm not playing it, I'm doing post-commentary right now, since this still belongs to the little session where I decided to not check my audio shenanigans, and I still have no commentary. Last episode we did the Lost Kin, and we also did the Broken Vessel. For some kind of reason, the Lost Kin battle was super glitched. My entire recording setup decided to go, hey, they decided to go like, you know what, fuck you, you don't deserve to have good footage. And well, that made some shit happen. So the entire 10 minutes or something around that part, like the entire 10 minutes or whatever that I was fighting the Lost Kin are lost to time and space. I will not be able to return them. You will, however, be able to see me fight the Lost Kin later on in the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Even though that was a pretty cool battle, because that was a little difficult battle also. Like a little bit, it was a little bit more difficult than I expected it to be. Which made me lose a couple of times also. This episode, I don't particularly know what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to go with the flow and see what it gives. I think I'm going to try to reach the Colosseum of Fools, probably. First, going to go and get Cornifer, of course. Go and get myself the map, because I need the map. There we go. Thank you for the map. On the map. On the map. On the map. Cannot dream near this guy. This guy's too fresh. It's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Sure. Right, gonna go up here. Get myself. I don't remember what's over here. I think it was like one of those Wanderer's journals. Which is pretty decent though, it's just Geo, but it could have been something better though. No memories in this bug, either. Being blocked by acid, I'm probably gonna mark it on the map. Even though it is not important, you will see later on that I can just go all the way around. So yeah, speaking of having to go all the way around, I have to go all the way around before to reach the next part. So I will skip forward a little bit, go back a little bit. So we're back in this little cubby room, where this is the wrong room. Alright, there we go. So this place that I didn't go upwards last episode. Or at least I don't think so in any case. Let me see one of these shadow gates. We've seen these things before. We cannot go to them right now. I will of course be marking them on the map because it's important. That's a drop down thingamajig. A drop down thingamajig, yeah. That is the official term, yes. The drop down thingamajig. Go through here and get ourselves another Wanderer's Journal, but I first have to get my ass penetrated by a stalactite. No memories in this one either. Oh, almost got that again. Like an ingot? Like an ingot? Yeah, sure. No, like an idiot. Like an ingot. Wow. Christ, what the hell am I doing with my life? I can hear a little grub. I can break this thing. Some aspids behind me. Some ass pids. That one got killed by a stalactite, which is amazing because screw those enemies. They're very annoying and dumb. Right, you buggers. You buggers. Haha, funny joke. I have a feeling I've already made this joke like twice or something in this entire let's play. My apologies in advance for having bad humor. Or just just things that are so, yeah. I don't even know how to say it. Things that are so obvious. There we go, that's what I was trying to say. Once again, not having English as your birth language is something quite annoying. Even though I think my English is decent, but I just get stuck sometimes, which kind of sucks. I gotta say, one thing that I have issues with when it comes to speaking in English and just commentating in general, I tend to not articulate that well, which makes it that sometimes I just skip entire letters and all that jazz, and then I say something and then some people might be thinking like, what is he saying? But at least it's not as bad as Cube's. No. Cube's English has gotten a lot better lately. In the beginning it wasn't too amazing, but oh well, what do you expect? When you're not used to to speaking in English, then that's just gonna be difficult then. Or your English is just not gonna be that good at that point. There's a bench up here, which I will go and get. Another Wanderer's Journal. This ash. Trapped. Got myself another bench. Gonna maybe equip another charm. I don't think I will equip another charm. I was thinking about doing something, but nah. I don't have enough charm. Not just quite yet. I will by the time that I'm done. And there's Hornet. We found her again. In the place of Ash, as she was talking about. So you'd pursue the deeper truth. It isn't one the weak could bear. Prove yourself ready to face it. I'll not hold back. My needle is lethal, and I feel no sadness in a weakling's demise. Show me you can accept this kingdom's past and claim responsibility for its future. Meet Hornet 2.0. What is Hornet 2.0? Well, it's basically the same Hornet fight, except she is a lot faster. The screen is obscured with this little blizzard, which I find one of the most annoying things about this battle. She has the same attack, she just moves faster. She has one new attack, I think. Only one new attack. I'm struggling in this battle. I seem to remember struggling with this battle quite a lot. The first time I played this game, I also had a lot of issues with her. She also has a counter. Whenever you hit her nail, when she's in counter position, the best thing to do is to try and dash in the opposite direction as fast as you can. She also likes to put these little spiky things in the room. When you hit them with your nail, you can hit them either inside or no. You can either hit them in her face, or you can just hit them in the random direction and get rid of them because they're gonna be in your way. There you go, managing to do the dash at the perfect timing. One of the handy things about this battle is the fact that she does get stunned every now and then so that I can heal. If you have quick focus, I would definitely recommend having quick focus because then you can heal between her attacks. Otherwise it's very difficult to find a good opportunity to heal. Which made this boss pretty dang difficult, I think. That and just the fact that this blizzard is here. This blizzard is really screwing with me. In my perception. I think I was getting pretty nervous at this point. You can only heal 2 times if you don't have the quick focus. And there she goes. So strong. You could do it if you had the will. But could you raise your nail once knowing its tragic conception and knowing yourself? Then do it, Ghost of Hallownest. Head onward, burn that mark upon your shell and claim yourself as king. And off she goes. We can go deeper. Go to the source of this blizzard. This blizzard. The cast of shell. And at the end, I try to dream nail something. Doesn't work, so I just touch it instead. And we are marked by the king's brand. Hallownest shall recognize a new ruler. The kingdom's gates will open. And now we get to run back, getting crushed by boulders on the way. Or rocks. And there we go. And now we are dead. Game over. Nah, we are not dead. Because we have a friend that will save us. There we go. And that is that. So, when we have this mark, we can actually continue going to a certain door in the ancient basin. But I will do a lot of things before I go that way. Well, not a lot, but I will do a couple of things before I will go down there. Let's see, what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna continue climbing. I decided to go that way just to be done with that whole shtick with Hornet and all that jazz. So that I could just continue exploring instead of having to come back to that area. Because that's like a little bit of a cast-off area. Hence the name Cast-off Shell, of course. And now I noticed that putting my mark over here was kind of pointless. So I will opt to remove it right now. There we go. Looking for secrets again. If I'm sorry if I'm being quiet every now and then, but just no, I don't think that when you're watching a YouTuber you shouldn't like constantly be talking, constantly be making noise, because that can also be a little bit annoying maybe. I don't know, I'm just myself, me, myself and I. But I'm also thinking a lot about how I can get rid of my issues from last episode, and just that issue in general, because it's not only the last episode that's happened. It has happened a lot of times before, and it just ruins the freaking quality of my videos. There we go. Decided to hit that guy in the butt. Not only once, but multiple times, until I could reach a new level of pleasure. Okay, let's not go there. I will, however, be looking for a solution to my problem. And then this optional area where you can find some more lifeblood, guys. I have absolutely no idea why this is here, because the lifeblood, in my opinion, I just don't really know why the cocoons are in this game, because the lifeblood is just, it's not super useful, in my opinion. You just get it and then you lose it almost immediately, and then it's like, okay, that's it then. You lose it, especially when you're dealing with these stupid freaking aspids. They're bullshit attack. Exploring every freaking corner of the world and then finding this thing. Tiny thing, you climb high, seek the knowledge of these lands. This ashen place is a grave of worm, once told it came to die. But what is death for that ancient being? More transformation, methinks. This failed kingdom is product of the being spawned from that event. Is it you bothering about my tale? Breast is somewhat disturbed, but I find that sensation not unpleasant or tiny thing. Oh, the mark of worm you bear. Is it change you seek, or to save this ruin? That choice is yours. Always the smallest creatures that attempt the largest things. This falling ashes mold, the worm's corpse decaying, endless, serene, sad. With its light gone, the world is smaller. Don't mistake, I am not a worm, or too small, I am. Too many limbs, no foresight like those old things. For quiet retreat did I climb up here, away from spitting creatures, warmth, yes, high up, away from simple minds, lost to light. There is a different kind of unity, rejection of the worm's attempt at order. I resist the light's allure, union it may offer, but also a mind bereft of thought. To instinct alone a bug is reduced. Be on your way then. It's rest I'll return to, though in these times sleep oft proves uneasy. One prefers its mind not to be pried. It's rather unsettling, rather invasive. I like the fact that this guy just knows that you're poking around in his mind. And now we have reached a higher little plane. If you, right now, we're gonna have to do a little bit of a quote-unquote platforming challenge, I guess. But this entire little road that you can take... Whoa, okay, I just hit that guy. But this entire little road that we can take, if you fall down, then you can fall down all the way and then you have to climb all the way back up, which is gonna suck. It's a good thing that I didn't do this. But just mind your footing. Because you do not want to fall all the way down right now. Or you at least want to do something else first, which I will do momentarily. Getting some more geo. Dealing with some more of those suicide bombers. Annoying little buggers. I decided to first murder this innocent creature and then go into the door. Welcome to the Tower of Love. This is a shortcut, so that way you don't have to go all the way around in the Kingdom's Edge. This is one thing that I would definitely recommend getting. To make your life easier, of course. The thing we are trying to reach this episode, and which I will also probably do and complete, is going to be the Colosseum of Fools. Another soul totem for some kind of reason. Don't really know why this thing is here. Usually they put them in places where you can do something with them, but in this place it's just here because of reasons. Another aspect to deal with. Another one of these guys. I was a champion. I won't die here. Unfortunately for you, you did die. A pretty miserable death. And now we can go to the left, hopefully, in any case. I don't think that there's anything left. And we can make our way. Oh boy, yawning. We can slowly but surely make our way forward. I am wondering though, there's one area in particular where we have gone. I don't really remember. I do remember almost dying to this thing. Last episode when we did the Lost Kin shenanigans, since that entire thing is glitched as hell, I do think I either got an area with either Geo or maybe a mask shard or something. It's not. It's like on the way over to the broken vessel that you can find an area where you can double jump. My king. That you need to double jump for to be able to reach it. And I think there's something up there that I got also. But that's everything that I think I did in the glitched moment. Once again, my apologies that shenanigans happens, but I still don't really know why. I'm looking around in the settings of my recording software and seeing if I can improve it in any way, shape, or form. Because I have noticed right now, just only using... I'm sorry if I'm talking a lot about the software, but this is just like one of the bigger issues that I'm dealing with right now, and I like ranting about it, I guess, or maybe talking about it, maybe seeing if anybody has a solution for my issue. But I'm just, like, right now, I'm only recording and playing this video at the same time, of course. And my PC is already becoming pretty dang hot. Maybe I should... The thing is, you can... In the software, you can decide to either let your processor or your graphics card, or your CPU or your GPU, you can choose which one encodes and which one decodes, but I'm not really sure what I should do, because they say like usually you should just do it automatically, but oh well. Aha, another warrior finds their way to our fair Colosseum. Ours is the final destination for all seeking the trials of intense and deadly combat. All one has to do is place their mark upon their trial board of choice, and lo, the arena's gates will open. There's a small fee attached to each trial, but I'm sure as skilled as a combatant as yourself will have accrued a wealth of geo. Now before you draw your nail and rush eagerly to battle, I'll offer one quick word of advice. There's a warrior's pit just below here, where others like yourself await their own trials. I strongly advise using it to rest up before you place your mark. Oh, and have no doubt, I'm a fearsome warrior myself. Don't go judging me by my size or my constraint. The Colosseum beckons us both. I'll be back in battle soon. Make a contribution and you can enter the trial of the warrior. There you go. Pay 100 geo and you can open up the first trial, where you can win yourself a charm notch, I think. Well, very well then. A new trial is open to you. I hope your performance is spectacular. But I will first be checking out some other things. You have 3 trials in general. The first, you get a charm notch. The second one, you get a piece of pale ore, which is why I'm here. And the third one, you only get geo for. And it is appropriately called the trial of the fool, because you would be a fool to go through the entire challenge only for some geo. And also, of course, the Hunter's Journal, which is the biggest reason why. Now, if I did things in the right order, Zode would also be here. But I haven't saved Zode in another area quite yet, so yeah. Pale one, you found me too then, this perfect place. I'll soon be entering the battle, just taking a moment to rest first. Though few could truly challenge me, I'm hoping this arena presents the sort of brutal challenge I'm looking for. You think this shall a defensive arm? Well, I'll give you a fair warning, it conceals a deadly surprise. Pray you'll never find out what that is. I'll crush them all. Oh, and you'll see me at my deadly best. The perfect challenge, I can already taste my victory. Right, so I'm gonna be going over to some optional areas. You can go up here and checking out this thing. You can take a look at random blood flying around. People killing each other. You can break this wall to enter into a lovely little hot spring. Why does it disturb me? Why indeed? Because I want my hot spring too. You bugger. You bastard. Right, this optional area wasn't here until the Godmaster DLC came out. Can find a soul totem over here. For some kind of reason I decided to try and hit it with a nail. With a dream nail, I'm sorry. So the first time I encountered this thing, that little moment where it looked at me and started screaming at me, I jumped so hard and I wanted to try and recreate this thing by being quiet. My apologies if it made you jump. Right, so this is a little bit of an optional boss battle, I'd say. This thing is not in the boss rush later on in the game. It's a little bit of an optional boss. Likes to throw little shurikens around, creating spikes. Runs away from you. You basically just have to chase it and hit it until it dies. This boss is not too difficult because every single time that you're done with this guy, he will either do this, where he attacks you and then he's gonna dig away. But every single time you attack him, you get some soul back and you can just heal yourself. You shouldn't die to this guy, because this guy's not like relentlessly constantly attacking you, he's just running away from you. It was actually really good whenever he would do this little physical attack or this close range attack, because then I could just hit him a couple of times. And I could just heal afterwards anyway, so. There you go, hit him with one of my freaking nail arts. The things that I don't usually use. Like, if this guy didn't dig away, I would have probably had an issue with this thing. But because of the fact that this thing flies away, or like digs away, it makes it really easy. And I failed to perform the dash slash. And he dies. And what do you get for this? You get yourself a simple key. Because to reach the Godmaster DLC, you would need a simple key. And since in the original game all of these simple keys would already be used up, you would have to go over to this place and get another key. So I think from this point onward, I am going to go and challenge the Colosseum. Going to do myself the trials, or at least the first two in any case. I'm not going to do the third one. The third one's really difficult to do. I'd rather wait until you are fully upgraded before I attempt that one. I can, yeah, like you can do it right now, but it's gonna take a long time. It already takes a long time, the Trial of the Fool, and at the same time, like, not having that much damage is just gonna make it really difficult. Go, first to the bench. Update my map for the entire area that you just found. Are we all fools? Kind of. Alright, let's go and make our mark. To go and fight in the Colosseum of Fools for Geo and a Charm Notch. Let's go transition thingamajig. Welcome to the Colosseum of Fools. So what is the Colosseum all about, you may be wondering? Well, it's an enemy rush, basically. These are your basic nail and shell enemies. The thing is, these guys cannot attack upwards, so you can just pogo off of them if you want to. But just attacking them from the front also isn't too bad. They will occasionally block you, but they are really easy enemies to fight. We have improved versions of the baller enemies. They just take a lot more damage. They don't do more damage, they're just a lot more beefy, which is annoying in my opinion, but well. Just me doing this stuff with a normal vengeful spirit. Well, yeah, like I said before, the biggest thing that I use are my nail. I usually just, like, I almost never use my soul. Even though that's really dumb to do, I should really focus a little bit more on using soul. Because soul and spells and all that jazz can be really useful. These guys throw the little boomerang upwards, so you can hit them in the air and you can hit them back at the enemy. They also have a close range little slide, like slash attack. And that's all she wrote. There we go. Alright, next sparks. You have to deal with primal freaking aspids. Yeah. Fun times. Now I know why I struggled that much, this much in the arena, because I didn't have the next upgrade of the nail quite yet. Well, not struggle, but the reason why it takes a longer time than usual. There we go. I do think by the time that you get to this point, usually you should be able to do, or at least the way that I'm decked out, you should be able to do the first and the second trial. The third one's going to be really difficult if you want to try and attempt that, but you can, of course. If you're looking for a challenge, you definitely can. But I would not recommend it. Doing this challenge. I like doing the third one. And even, like, if you're just having issues, just don't do this right now. These challenges can be really freaking difficult. Having to deal with a lot of different enemies. Having to deal with the fact that the terrain can also change. These challenges are really difficult. Like, before the Godmaster DLC, this was the part where I got stuck. The Godmaster DLC goes a little bit beyond that, which sucks, because it's really difficult, and I haven't managed to complete it up to this day. So now they're gonna start combining a lot of stuff, like the primal aspects and these little boulders. Getting rid of more of our footing. Making some vengeflies appear, which are really easy to beat, of course. But then there's another one of these Vengefly Kings. But this guy shouldn't be any issue. He's just going to do his little diving attack, and that's it. Trying to find the perfect timing to be able to hit him twice. And then I noticed that if I do the jump a lot earlier, I can actually hit him twice. And there we go. That's it. That is it for the first part. Here comes the second part. This is where things get pretty dang crazy, I'd say. So in basically all of these trials, they tend to introduce a lot of the enemies like on their own, and then at a certain point in the challenge, they will start combining all of the enemies, which can be a pain in the ass. Like right over here, fighting a normal guy and then having to deal with another one of these dumb aspects. There you go, and there comes another one of those. Me getting very annoyed at this guy. And the aspid, of course. Especially the aspid, because he just sniped me. And I'm healing up more. Having to deal with another one of these boulders. The boulder is conflicted. There you go. Healing up again. Now we get a really tight ceiling so I cannot jump. Then we cannot properly jump over these guys. Or pogo on them. So we just have to fight them like this, which isn't too bad. As long as they only throw one of these at you at a time, it's really not too bad. Okay, next up we have these things, infected bruise things. They will drop acid, and when they die, they will explode. The explosion does 2 masks of damage, so you want to be very careful around these guys, especially when they die, because that explosion is deadly, very deadly. And there we go. That's them dead. And now we get to fight 2 Gruus Mothers. Basic boss from the beginning of the game, should not be any issue. There we go, that's one dead, and that's another one dead. And I think that's the end of the first challenge. Yep, then we get praised by Geo. Get Geo thrown in our face. And we get ourselves the Charm Notch. And that's it. There we go. That's the first trial done and dealt with. Another thing that would happen at the end of this first trial, normally if Zod was over here, Zod would be thrown into the arena and you'd have to fight Zod. And then after that, he would go back to Dirtmouth and you can finish off his quest that way. Welcome back, warrior. Make contribution and can enter the trial of the Conqueror. Pay 450 geo. Because I'm bloody rich. Well, very well then. A new trial is open. I hope your performance is spectacular. There we go. And let's get the show on the road. The second trial. This one is a lot more difficult than the first one. Well, not a lot more, but this one does throw like another concept into it, which is probably the most difficult thing about the second and the third trial. So here we are again. New enemies, snake type of bugs or slugs or whatever. They have a dashing attack and a normal attack. They can also jump and attack, and that's it. They're flying enemies, they can attack you also. They work just like the sentries from the City of Tears. There you go. One useful tip against these flying enemies is that you can pogo on top of them. Because they cannot attack upwards, so you can pogo on them and kill them that way. The same works for these slug enemies. Pogoing on top of them makes them kind of useless. Even though when they jump you get screwed a little bit. So we have seen this type of enemies before. I don't remember their name, but we've seen this type of enemy before in the Green Path. And they suck. Especially this version sucks because they are a lot more beefy. Which means that you will not be able to kill them that fast, and they will continuously try to kill you. This is probably one of the worst enemies to deal with in the entire Colosseum, I think. In my opinion. Or at least in this trial, in any case. In the third trial, there's going to be a couple of new things appearing, which are going to be hell. Right, now we only have one platform left. With a flyer attacking us, which isn't too big of an issue for me. Now it becomes a little bit more of an issue, I think. I just jump into the freaking spikes like an idiot. Whenever you hit these guys when they're dashing at you, they go the opposite direction, which isn't really that useful, but oh well. Okay, so now we get to deal with these guys and primal aspects at the same freaking time. Yeah, that's a shitty situation and a half. Looking for a good time to heal. Then getting attacked by these infected Grooze things. More of them are appearing right now. I'm noticing like, holy fucking crap, what the hell is going on? For a second I was really thinking like, if I stood over there, if I didn't notice that thing was gonna blow up, then I would have died. Right there. But I didn't. This trial is filled with some close calls though. Well, not filled, but there are a couple of close calls in this thing. Which makes it interesting, of course. Right, get to find another snake guy who just runs off and kills himself. And now we get attacked by these things. I reacted on instinct, which was quite an interesting thing. So when you have the Mark of Pride equipped, you can actually hit these enemies and avoid their explosion rage. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to do this. And now we get to deal with more hoppers. Another thing that I'm not sure if I mentioned about Dream Essence, but you can actually every single enemy that you defeat has a tiny amount of chance to drop one single piece of Dream Essence. And now we get to deal with the freaking big hoppers. The annoying big hoppers. That's him dead. And now in a freaking close quarters. As long as you manage to do this, like keep going left and right at the perfect thingamajig, at the perfect timing, then you should be fine. But that doesn't make it any easier though, trust me. This is difficult to do. Alright, the next phase of the battle. So I don't know why this didn't happen, but normally when the maggot turns into its mimic form, the audience would be laughing at you. That would normally happen, but for some kind of reason it remained entirely quiet for that part, which kind of lost the moment. But oh well. Try to heal over there, then notice that there's another enemy coming my way. Press the B button because I wanted to heal. Then getting spawn killed by this guy, or spawn attacked in any case. So yeah, doing the pogoing on that guy isn't that good of an idea. Getting attacked by more of these guys. I don't remember their name. Oh well. Getting up again, getting knocked over to the other side of the freaking arena and jumping into another one of these freaking slugs. You know what? The commentary might actually be better. Because I don't have to concentrate as much. I'm not dying in the game, of course. I don't know. I do think that this kind of stuff, like the arena over here, is really interesting. So, right now I'm in quite a sticky situation because I have to fight these things. There's no place to land. I cannot heal right now. Also, this is something that they introduced in this trial and the next and the final trial, which is something that I find horrifyingly difficult to deal with. Because you have to wall jump and kill enemies around here. Yeah, the best way to do this is by pogoing them. I think pogoing on them is one of the best ways to do this. But it doesn't make it any easier because you don't get a freaking chance to heal. And the fact that I started with 3 masks in that part was quite shitty. But we ain't done yet. We still have to deal with more enemies, like these flyers. There we go. That's them dead. Getting up again. Trying to find every freaking moment for me to heal up. Pogoing my way around the freaking arena while dealing with this dumb spike, this dumb dashing spike mosquito-ish enemies. There we go, and onwards to the next part. Yeah, we ain't done yet. We're almost done, but we're not quite yet done. You have to deal with these guys. There were versions of these guys in Green Path. These ones are basically just the same enemy, only a lot more beefy, because that's basically the way that the arena works, like the Colosseum works. These are probably some of the most annoying enemies to deal with in this particular trial. Maybe. Actually not sure. I do think that these enemies are quite annoying to deal with, especially because of the fact that they have a lot of health. Makes them really nasty. That and the fact that, yeah, they just have these 4 directions that they shoot their little acid balls out of, and it just sucks. It's annoying, it sucks. Also, whenever you hit them, or at least I think I noticed, like every single time you hit them, they will try to shoot their little acid balls. I do find it really handy that they don't shoot it in all the cardinal directions, because that would suck. Right, so the arena becomes even smaller. We have to fight even more of these buggers. It's all preparing ourselves for something coming up. There we go. And now, to finish off this shitty fight, we have to deal with a new boss. So basically the enemy from Green Path, but then really beefy, there with 2, they shoot their projectiles in random areas, which makes these things horrible to fight, in my opinion. I think that this is... Oh, this battle right here is I really don't like these enemies, they suck, they are... The biggest reason why they suck is because of the fact that it's just random, these little balls are random, so... And also, of course, they are with 2, and there we go. Now, once you kill one of them, the other one will decide to go full ham and start spamming all of his freaking acid balls. Really fast, and I try to find good moments to heal. Then I get sniped from the other freaking side of the room. Now I'm starting to get very freaking nervous because this is gonna be down to the wire right there. Ooh, only 1 mask left. Oh, right above my head. 1 mask left again. Me just desperately trying to get some soul, dodging that one. Holy crap. Okay, just dodging all of those. Running to the other side of the arena to give me enough space to predict where the bullets are gonna go. Go. And go into the other side of the arena again while hitting him to go and heal up again. Nice. I think I just found the ultimate strategy. Now we're in a little bit of a tight space, but I managed to dodge all of them. I seem to have found like a little bit of a hole in their attack. Getting hit again. Dodging all of those again. Praise the freaking Lord. Okay. Come on, dude. You should be just about dead. I can't say you can make the, I can say that you can make this battle go faster if you divide the amount of hits you do to these enemies. When these guys go into their second phase, they will get a little bit of a boost in health. But if you can even out the amount of damage you do to both of them, you should be able to take care of the enraged one a little bit easier and faster. But I decided to ignore that theory because I'm dumb. And there we go, we get our pale ore, which is our reward for this insane freaking challenge. And I think that that's gonna be it for this episode. Probably. Gonna go and get myself to a bench. And there we go. So I am gonna be looking at my freaking time, of course, like a professional YouTuber right there. Haha, no. Alright, I'm gonna pause this video right now. So, I sincerely hope that you still enjoyed this. Well, this is a better episode than last episode because the last one was totally glitched and this one was quite interesting with the Colosseum of Fools. I still hope you enjoyed this Let's Play and this particular, like these videos, of course. And next episode, I don't particularly remember what we're going to do next episode. I think we're going to go and explore the sewers, the royal waterways. So yeah, look forward to that disgusting and creepy place. I'll see you guys next episode. Goodbye!